Hello, welcome to Healing Fire. My name is Judy. Thank you for joining. Great to see everybody. Appreciate you all being here. First of all, everything on this live, which will also end up being a video, is for entertainment and spiritual purposes only and allegedly. Well, hello. We survived No King's Day, and it was amazing. Major ketchup meltdown by He Who Shall Not Be Named. Before we get going, please hit thumbs up on the video. It helps quite a bit. And if you're a lurker, that's cool. But of course, I love interaction, so would love your comments. And if you haven't had a chance yet, please subscribe and hit the little alarm bell, which will give you notices when I make announcements or when we go live, things like that. And also, we do have membership status now. So please check that out. Would love to have you as member. Last night we did a members live, which was cool. A lot of fun. I like getting to know you guys and connecting with you. And level 3 does get extra discounts for readings and healings. So please check it out. So, hey, I'm going to go ahead and put show comments on the screen just so you guys are aware. So we'll do that. And it should be active. Here we go. Becca, hello. Cool Tessa, hi. And Angel, how are you doing, Angel? Hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful Angel. Or amazing Angel. And Jade Flowers, hi. How are you doing? Uh-oh. Skyfire, internet is down. Yeah, people are still having issues. I had a reading today and scheduled, and uh, there was between the two of us. I don't know if it was the internet or if it was them or me or what, but connection was a challenge. So we're having to reschedule. So I don't know. Technology is great until it's not. Wonderful. Thank you, Angel. Love it. And then just so you're aware, there is a little personal drama going on. My daughter-in-law is in preeclampsia, so I'm monitoring my phone right now too with messages. So if I pause for a moment, I am trying to multitask. So no offense to anyone here, just trying to do double duty here. But and yours has been down for 2 days, or Skyfire. Wow, really? It never came back? That's interesting. I thought they were supposed to, oh, it's something in my eye. I thought they were supposed to have that all fixed by now. Do you think it's related to the AWS, the Amazon Web Systems or whatever? Do you think it's related to that, or is there something else going on, Skyfire, with yours? For this purpose, I'm going to call you Vi so people know who I'm talking to. But I know you're Skyfire. So, interesting. Um, Angel, the other day, last night, I think did a card pull on you, and your energy came forth. Remember, I asked if you had things going on with like your hips or your legs or whatnot, and I said there's like a block there. I think it's like an energetic block around like security and safety and well-being and kind of standing in your place in the world, if that makes sense. I think that's more the energetic block on that. So just letting you know, I was thinking about that later, but wanted to throw that out to you since you're here. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Sorry, it startled me. My phone went off. Life, man. So much life. Never ends, does it? Well, I guess it does. Then we move on. But the drama of life. Angel, and you had a hip surgery 1.5 years ago, and that absolutely makes sense. Okay, cool. As well as a card reading. Well, good. I'm glad it does. Very good. All right. Well, so uh, anybody that I haven't had a chance to connect with yet, did you make your way to No King's Day 2 celebration festival? Anybody attend and have a good time, make any fun signs? I posted some pictures from when I went in my town, and a couple of videos as well. It was so much fun. Oh my gosh, the energy was just amazing. And of course, because President Toddler is having his catch up moments, that now they're sending the troops here to I guess look after the balloon animals. I don't know what they're going to do. It'll be interesting because so the Ninth Circuit overruled our judge's decision, and there were three judges. Two of them were our GOP judges, and they supported F-45 and his wanting to send troops into different cities. I have a hair on my eye. It's driving me crazy. I think it's cat fuzz. It's a cat or dog. I think it's cat. um, anyway, and so I guess they're going to be, because they think that we're a Hamas cell, apparently, even though like nothing happens here. But they'll lie, and they'll tell their stories, whatever. But it's going to cost about $10 million to send the National Guard in and activate them. So not where I'd prefer my tax dollars to go. But that's not, there's a lot that I don't want my tax dollars to go to in the last, what are we at, 10 months or whatever, 11 months? Oh my gosh, craziness. 10 months, I guess. Oh, Skyfire went to the one by your place, had about 400 people. Great. I think we were between 40 to 60,000 is what they said, which is a huge variable, but it went on for so long that people were coming and going. But we'll just say 40,000. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was amazing. They started at different points in the city, and they all converged into the center down by the waterfront, and then went on a 3-mile hike around. We're also called the City of Bridges, as well as the City of Roses. We have lots of bridges because we have our rivers, and the Columbia River, but also the Willamette River. And they went across the bridge and then back around, and basically a big loop, but it was a 3-mile loop, and it was amazing. Yeah, our tax money for F-45 pain and suffering to the tune of $230 million. Ugh, just, yeah. Wouldn't it be great if, as United States citizens, if we could do a large class action lawsuit against F-45? Is there a way we could do that? That would be amazing. I wonder how we could do that for our, yeah, for our pain and suffering. They'd never allow it though, because then that would just be a tete-a-tete back and forth between if there's a Democrat or Republican in office, right? So I'm sorry you're sick, Quiltessa. That does not sound fun. There's some ickies going around. I hope you get better soon. I hope you feel better soon. That does not sound fun. I started to ramble on about something, and I don't even know what now. But yesterday I was so tired. Hey Terry, we're moving at work, and first of all, moving is one of my very least favorite activities. I will do just about anything to not move. Seriously, I hate it. It's awful. Anyway, we're going to be renovating the store that we're in, and like massively. And so temporarily we need a new space. So we're moving down 2 blocks to a temporary space, which they had to renovate that to make it a temporary space so that we could stay there for the few months they need to finish renovations on our old space, which is going to be amazing when it's done. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. So beautiful and huge and very nice, updated, all that good stuff. But anyway, so we are closed for a week while we move, and I'm in high end retail stuff, and so we have security and trucks and packing everything up, and we're hand moving things that don't need certain high level security, but we still get escorts and all this stuff. But oh my gosh, it's exhausting. Moving is exhausting. I don't care if it's where you live or where you work, but it's exhausting. And so I came home last night to my member live. So I apologize to the members because I was so tired last night. I was like, oh, not all there. Um, Quiltessa, I know the pictures of the White House are just awful. They're awful. I remember the first picture I saw when I got a notice that came through on my phone. I'm like, that can't be real. The way that it looked. I mean, just I'm like, that has to be AI. And no, that was real. That was real. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, bronchitis. I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel your pain. Every time I get sick, it goes straight to my chest, and it's it's never good. I got pneumonia when I was in my 20s, and ever since then, anytime I get sick, like any kind of flu cold thing, just goes straight to my chest and ends up in bronchitis or something, and it's awful, and I'm so sorry. Um, uh-oh. Skyfire, I keep freezing up. I haven't seen it on my end, so maybe it's your end. It's not uncommon for me to freeze on my end, but usually I notice it because it'll do the little spinny thing. So, um, sorry if it's me. I don't know. Bubblegum Pop, hey! One good thing about moving is getting rid of stuff you don't need anymore. Yeah, I keep thinking that I should pretend to move out of my house, and that'll force me uh to just get rid of the stuff you don't need or donate or whatever, force that process. But it's so time consuming that it's like I just never get around to it. I don't have time to keep up with my own with my basic necessities around here of just basic cleaning and functioning, that's with my life such as it is. So I thought about like taking a week or two of vacation and just like pretending to move and clearing everything out and getting but with with my various family members in the hospital, that's where my vacation time has gone. So oh well, life goes on. Let's see. Skyfire, you're a very small town of 400 is amazing. I grew up in a very small town. If we had 400 people do anything in that town, it would have been phenomenal. So I totally get it. And that is very, very cool. Very, very cool. Um, Terry, glad you're here. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate you. Oh, good. Thanks, Angel. Video quality on your end is great. Good. Well, that's good. Quiltessa, good with you too. Cool. It's not me for a change. Most of the time it is. uh, anyway, I also had a rule of, because I have a very small closet in my room of and I have everything like my coats, which take up, a lot of space, and sweatshirts take up a lot of space. So I hang everything up. And so I thought, okay, well, I can't add anything without taking anything out except, or taking something out to, replace it basically. But that doesn't always work well either because, you know, life. Do need to clear stuff out though. Hey, Cat Mom, how are you doing? Good to see you. Oh, speaking of cat mom, so a lot of you know the story of my kitty cat. She's oh, I think she's about 17 now, actually. Rescued her when she was 13 and a half, I think. Anyway, um, it's been a long road with that one and myself, and we've gone from her being absolutely terrified to now she sleeps on me, and she's very old, but still hanging in there and doing her thing. I think she's got arthritis in her hips, all that good stuff. She can't groom herself as well, but she's hanging in there. Anyway, she was laying on me last night, and I was going to try to do like a session of connecting with my guides, and she just like crawled up right on my chest. I'm like, okay, well, not going to let me do that. And so I gave her Reiki last night, and oh my gosh, she purred so hard. She started to drool. When she gets super happy, she drools, which is hysterical to me. Anyway, I was giving her Reiki, and she just loved it. Absolutely loved it. So I thought that was fun. But let's see, Quiltessa. Ben Mycelis made a plea to any lawyers to put an injunction on his construction and said step for step what to do. He's a lawyer but not practicing now. Yeah. Hey, Jackie Jan. How are you doing? Welcome. Very cool. Jade flowers. I think I was looking. Hold on here. I was. Let me make sure I'm not completely losing my brain. I might be. Are you? Are you also flowers, Jammy, or are you a different flowers? Yes, that is you. I was looking at your email that you sent me a while ago, and I was going to send you one today just to touch base. But anyway, I'll do that privately. So I'm glad you're on tonight. We need to connect. Um, Very cool. Cat mom, my kitty Skylar is 17. She's also got arthritis in her hips. She's been glued to me the past few months. Yeah, yeah. That's the first time I've given her some really good Reiki because she wouldn't let me touch her for a long time. It took a couple of years for her to let me even like I could only pet her a little bit and then she would turn around and bite me. And so it was like this thing, like she wanted attention, but she didn't, kind of deal. She doesn't bite me anymore. But so it's the first, but it's only fairly recently she'll let me just like rest my hands on her like I'm holding her, even though she's on me, 'cause she still doesn't really like to be carried around, but she'll let me just rest my hands on her and she won't bite me. And so that's why I'm like, okay, well, let's see if she'll take some Reiki. And she did, and she absolutely loved it. So that was fun. Um, Anywho, so also kudos to people taking my class. We have finished 3 classes of 5. So class number 4 coming up this Sunday. We're getting there. We've been learning to work with energy and feel blocks and charge crystals and protect yourself and block negative energy and cut cords, and we've been going through all that stuff. So making progressing on skills with each class. So it's been fun, and thanks to those of you who have been participating. Very cool. Okay, ooh, look what I got. Since it's close to Halloween, it made its inaugural visit during the members live last night. But I have a Halloween oracle deck. Each one comes with a story though, so I read from the book because it's still a brand new deck, so I don't have all the stories memorized, but really cool fun oracle stories, so it's really neat. So if when we get to the card draws, if anybody wants to add that one to their montage, let me know. Cat mom, I had a cat named Rocco. He only started letting me pet him when you nearly died. Then he made up for lost time. He was 11. Aw. Yeah, I still see my dog previous to Bear was a dachshund. I rescued him when he was 2. He lived to be 17, and it was just, oh, still breaks my heart every time I think about him. He and I went through a lot, and I still see him. He'll I'll see him like walk across the floor, or he'll make an appearance every once in a while, just like do, just checking out the snacks kind of thing. So that's cool. I love it when he comes to visit. He came back to me as Jack, his polar opposite. Wonderful. Oh my gosh. Yep. Ooh, that reminds me. Do I have? Not really. I've got a big huge book on like spirit animals. I should get an oracle deck on spirit animals. Although Woodland Wardens, this oracle deck, such a cute deck. Oh my gosh. Each card is an animal and a plant and kind of the meaning of both together. So this is a really neat one too. I really like that. It's fun and very, like nice kind of happy messages usually. Terry, my kitty is a tortie. Maisie Mousebane. She's diabetic, purrs through her shots. Oh, bless her. Yeah, my kitty's a tortie too. And I learned the meaning of tortitude when I got her. Everybody's like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have some tortitude with that one." I'm like, "What do you mean?" "Oh, you'll find out." Yeah, I found out. You can kiss Jack on his belly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not going to try that because I value my eyeballs, and I don't know how well she'd tolerate that. But we have respect of each other's space. Well, sort of. She sleeps on me now, but and it's funny because I'm a side and stomach sleeper, so I kind of roll back and forth between the two. But we've got it down now to where I start on my side and she'll sleep on my shoulder like right here. But then when I go to move to my stomach, I'll kind of roll, and it's like she's doing the log roll walk, and I'll roll and she'll just crawl along to my back as I move to my stomach. Rocco would never. Oh, yes, love our animals. Love our animals. Okay. Hey. So, uh, hold on. I have news stories. Oh yeah. Arizona is suing little Mikey, demanding that he swear in Adelita Grijalva. We'll see. I mean, I think by the time a lawsuit goes through, they're going to be back in action anyway. So I'm not sure what good that's going to do, unless it's going to be like super expedited. Um, let's see. Oh, yeah. F-45 is seeking to proceed with a $10 billion lawsuit over the Wall Street Journal's story on Epstein's birthday book. So, he does that as a moneymaker, right? Like he sues for an exorbitant amount of money because they always settle out of court. So he makes money. It's just a way for him to make money. So he sues everything and everyone. Um, Obama is going to be campaigning with Spanberger and Sherrill in the high stakes governor races in Virginia and New Jersey. And there's a Jan Sixer accused of threatening Speaker Jeffries, saying things like he can't allow that terrorist, which is Jeffries, to live, according to the Jan Sixer. Those are his words. So he's been I don't know. Has he been arrested? I'm not sure if he was arrested. I think he's been arrested or detained. I'm not sure. Discovery would be fun with Mikey. Oh, yeah, yeah. Ah. And North Carolina is seeking to add another GOP seat, which it looks like they're going to be able to do because they've redrawn their district maps, or they've gotten approval to redraw their district maps. The intention, straight up, they're saying it, is to try to get another Republican seat for F-45. And of course, the big concern right now, people are getting worried about their medical, even having medical coverage and what coverage they have dramatically increasing. Even my pet insurance went up like $40. It was crazy. No. Yeah, about $40 a month for my pet insurance. That's bananas. Yeah, so I'm looking into options for that. Throwing that out. Owen Warner Brothers, Discovery, owner of HBO, CNN, and other media assets, says it is up for sale. They rejected a bid from Paramount. They're considering a full sale. I guess they were looking at selling off bits and pieces, which there's still a possibility. Or looking. I guess they would prefer somebody just to buy the whole thing. I'm not sure what. I didn't have time to dig into why changing media landscape. So I'm not sure if it has to do with the FCC and F-45 and things that are going on with that. I suspect that's the case, but I haven't dug into that too deeply yet. That could be a thing. Yeah, craziness. So, okay. Anybody want a 3-card draw or a 1-card oracle draw? If you do, let me know which one, or if you have a specific question you want me to answer, maybe put it in all caps so it captures my attention. Oh, and the Kimmel thing, yeah. So if you let me know if you want a 3-card draw or if you want an oracle draw, and if you want an oracle draw, let me know which deck. Here are the decks I have currently at hand. I have my Halloween oracle. I have this is a fun one. Hard Truths. This is a good one. I have Woodland Wardens. Those are really neat messages. I've got Mystical Moments. I've got Witching Hour. And I've got Oceans of Wisdom, which is a beautiful deck. Love that. Well, they're all pretty. I have great respect for the artists involved that create these decks. And I can do my traditional tarot. I have a Crow tarot, which is fun. I've got Light Seers tarot. Pretty much have everything on my desk right now because I was playing with it all today. So, what do you think? Okay. Quiltessa wants the Halloween. You got it. Let's do it. Okay, this one I'm going to, Oracle decks always have these stories attached to them. So, but this is brand spanking new. So I'll be reading out of the book on this one, but they're a really cool deck though. My only complaint is they're huge. They're the size of my hand. So they're really hard to shuffle. Not hard to accomplish because I actually have really tiny hands, but the rest of me isn't tiny, but my hands are tiny. So, okay, Quiltessa. Let me shuffle here. They do shuffle well, though. I will say that, like traditional shuffle. So that's nice, actually. I like that. Because a lot of the decks are so stiff, they won't. Well, this one's pretty stiff, but there's not a ton of them, and so they still shuffle okay, which is good. It's not like super thick. Anyway, okay, Oracle deck for Quiltessa. Ooh, this one's Quiltessa. Aww. Let me find the thingy. Oh, okay, Quiltessa. Eternal Love. This is yours. I wish it was that skinny. Says, love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. So I'll hold this up while I read it here. When the body leaves us and our souls are above, Our possessions no longer, nothing remains but the intertwining of love. Said, should you choose this card, you are being reminded that love is the most powerful force in the universe. It is more powerful than death itself. Love lingers. It leaves its own legacy, and we should be aware of this every day that we live. For those that are ready for and desiring of a partner, it also indicates that a significant love is close at hand and to be ready to open up to this new experience. Oh my. So there you go. With tarot, the lover's card can be for lovers or love. It can also be partnerships as well, or those that you love in your life, or those that you interact with in your life. So it could be partners of many kinds, not just lovers. But eternal love is your card, Quiltessa. Okay. Terry, you asked, it was a Lincoln bedroom in the East Wing. I'm not sure. I can ask. My understanding is it was where like the first lady's quarters would be, like all and where the women were supposed to be, which totally makes sense. If he's going to destroy anything, it would be a section where that would belong to the women. That was my understanding. Was it's like all the ladies' quarters basically. But where'd my phone go? Just lost it. Let's see. See if I can find. Let's see. Is the what is it? Lincoln bedroom. I'm asking if the Lincoln bedroom is in the East Wing. No, it's located on the second floor of the White House residence, specifically in the southeast corner. The East Wing houses the offices of the First Lady and her staff, as well as the White House Theater and visitors entrance. So, there you go. Okay, scrolling back. Hold on. Catching up here. Quiltessa. Okay, do tell. Why are you laughing? oh, gee, I think I'll stick with the eternal love of my animals. Safer bet. 100% agree with you there, sister. Yeah. But again, this could be, lovers, and I defer back to tarot where it could be partnerships or agreements, that kind of thing. And also loving yourself, the darkness and the light of yourself too. Could be self-love, loving your inner child, could be all of those things. So I kind of defer a little bit to the tarot on that as well. So possible reflections. Let's see. Angel wants the Halloween deck. You got it. Everybody likes the Halloween. Let's see. All right. Angel, drawing the Halloween deck for Angel. Okay. Halloween for Angel. Angel, you get a spider. Community and web weaving. Let's see. Let's put the book away. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Find spider. Spider, spider, spider. Okay. All right. Spider. Angel. She spins her silk alone in the dark with the hope of collection, sticky with dreams, weaving the world's a wide web of connection. I'm sure I read that with the wrong cadence, but anyway. Um, Spiders' webs can be seen as a symbol of connection, not necessarily entrapment. There's a fine line sometimes between a family or community supporting us and controlling us. This card looks at this discernment. It also suggests that you review the way you communicate with the wider community, at work or generally with others, and take steps to improve this or do it slightly differently. It also indicates that there needs to be a balance between what you do for yourself and what you do for others. If we give too much to the outside, our strength diminishes and we cannot weave the supporting web for ourselves. Self love. Always an undercurrent theme. Something I like to say is, and I often need my own reminder in this, but is to love yourself at the very least as much as you would love someone else. So if you start getting the little, maybe I'm not taking care of myself like I should, kind of step out of yourself and think, if I were anybody else, what would I do for them? Or what would I advise them to do? And then that's what I need to do for myself. To love yourself as much as you would love anybody else, at the very least. Okay, that's yours, Angel. Cat Mom, did you read on the ripping on the White House East Wing yet? I haven't read anything on it necessarily. What did you want me to read about it? I mean, we know it's happening, so um, if you have a specific question on that, I can read on it. Bubblegum Pop, Oracle Woodland, yay! Woodland Wardens, they're so sweet. I like Woodland Wardens deck. They're so cute. Okay, they make me happy. Nature makes me happy. Okay, let's see here. Bubblegum Pop. The sheep and blackberry. Let's see what the sheep and blackberry mean. The summary is devotion. Let's find out. Oh, 5. Number 5. Oh, right here. Okay. The sheep and blackberry calls us to focus on our commitments, whether they're to a partner, a job, a creative practice, or a spiritual tradition. Sheep are innocent and vulnerable and must be watched over and guided. Blackberries are a symbol of protection with their large, brambling thorns. Their abundant fruit also symbolizes prosperity. Combining the energies of the two gives us a direction. Honor our promises, allowing them to fruit and flourish. In what people or practices do you find wisdom and stability? Remember to care well for these sources of guidance and protection. There you go. The sheep and the blackberry. That's for you. Cute cards. Okay. That's for you, Bubblegum Pop. Jade flowers. Oceans. Oceans of wisdom. Okay. Oceans. Oceans. I'm going to get little side tables that I can set along here, and I can set up my decks on my little side tables, so I can have my desk space back. That's my next little goal. Little side tables. Okay. Um, Ocean of Wisdom, Oracle deck. Here we go for Jade Flowers. Jade. Ooh. Oh my. Sharks. It says embrace your primal instincts and navigate life's waters with fierce determination. There you go. Be a shark. Did you know? If you guys have never been to the Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas, I won a trip one time with a company I worked with, and they sent a bunch of us there, or I earned a trip, I should say that. And I my favorite part, because it's like a huge water park basically, my favorite part was going down the slide and like the inner tube and through the water tubes and that, but you end up going through where the shark pool, the tube goes through the shark pool. It's really cool. But you can also watch them feed the sharks. They're nurse sharks, which are fairly docile, I guess, but they call them nurse sharks because when they grab their food, they make like the sucking sound, like they're nursing, like I don't really catch the connection. It doesn't sound like nursing to me, but they make the sucking sound, I guess. But they're kind of cool to watch, though. They're really neat. It was fun to watch them. But anyway, total random story. But shark, there you go. Be a shark. Fierce determination. Sharks. Okay, that's for you, Jade. Terry, Light Seers Tarot, 3-card, please and thank you. You got it. Light Seers Tarot. This is a thick deck. Okay. Scooching things over. All right. Light Seers Tarot for Terry. 3-card pull. Bloop. All right. See, now this one fits my hands better, but they're so thick I can't shuffle. That's crazy. Oh, the trauma. Oh, God. Okay. I am just... Here we go. For Terry. Terry, Ace of Cups. New aces are always new beginnings. And cups, of course, are emotions. So this is the opportunity, brand new opportunities for emotional fulfillment coming forth your way. But 4 of Pentacles. So, be mindful and guard your resources a bit. Be mindful of where you're spending things, how you're spending things that are coming up that might need financial attention. that kind of thing. Just be mindful of resources and um, yeah, things coming up that might need some attention regarding these resources. And Seven of Cups. So, Seven of Cups, there are a lot of different options coming forth. So, this is the illusion delusion card, but also just, a lot of different choices and options. Any one could be a great thing, but you're going to have kind of, it sounds like many options ahead for you on different choices. So you could live here or you could live there, or you could do this or you could do that. So it sounds like there are a lot of different decisions that are going to be needing to be made here coming up in the future, or that you have. If I could talk. That you're going to have the opportunity of choice, I think, coming up. I don't feel like this is a bad thing. I feel like there will be good things, good choices, like several different options. And it's up to you which path you choose. But just be mindful of your resources as you're doing it. And sounds like great emotional fulfillment and new paths ahead. So wonderful. Yay. That's for you. Light Seers Tarot for Terry. Let's see here. Yay. Okay. No, let's see. I'm trying to catch up on chat here. So hold on one second. How did I get so behind so quickly? Oh my goodness. Okay. Vi, I'll do the oracle, please. Witching hour. Okay. Witching hour. Ooh. All right. Okie dokie. Angel. Yeah. Can you imagine how much spiritual activity is going on at the White House as they demolish it? They are disturbing a lot. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. Cool, Tessa, you were giggling at the picture and what I said. Didn't look like love, did it? Okay. All right. So going back to, all right. Bye. Witching hour. Here we go. This also has its little book of stories, as most of the oracle decks do. Manageable for shuffling, though, which is nice. Okay. Well, this one just flew out, so we're gonna roll with that one. Honoring your past. I believe this is about honoring your croneship. Let's see here. It is time to recognize what has passed in your life. Understand that without those bygone days, you would not be the person you are today. It may be that you honor the past you, the unenlightened you, the you who did not holy moly, the you who did not know back then. Maybe it is time to praise the integrity of someone in your past, like a parent or friend. This person's advice may have led you to the right path. I think about, oh, but wait, there's more. Lessons learned, and let those ethics and morals guide you in the future. So, honoring the part of you that received the lessons, right? In tarot, it would be your inner page, right? Maybe your queen status now, or king status now, or empress status now, but honoring the page and the knight in you that had blissful ignorance and charged ahead, the fool that charged ahead anyway, and with reckless abandonment. But that's how you learned the lessons, right? So honoring that part of you, the maiden part of you, the mother part of you, in order to get to the crone part of you, honoring all the parts of you. So yes, honoring the past, because without the past, you wouldn't be you here today. So that is witching hour. That's your witching hour card. Okay. Um, the first lady would need to want to be there. Yeah. Well, she's busy with one of her other boyfriends, I think, right now. Um, yeah, Trump has to be the most haunted person alive. Except I know supposedly there are spirits that do haunt him. Um, but also, like, that's the energy he revels in. He revels in darkness. That he's a vampire. He is fed out of other people's trauma that he causes. That's what energizes him. So he's an energetic vampire. He sucks the life out of everything and everyone around him, and that's what feeds his soul. So, ew. Um, Angel, yay! I don't kill spiders. I find in the house anymore. So I'm the person at work. So I grew up in the country, and not a whole lot bothers me. Like, there's, you could I don't get too affected, like, by blood or by trauma. I raised two boys, so if something happens that's traumatic, I'm just going to deal with it, and let's get you better. Let's get you to the doctor, right? I had animals all around me, farm, all of that kind of stuff. So very little actually gets to me in life, right? And I'm not a delicate flower, so to speak. So, but when I was little, I used to, when I'd find a spider in the bathroom or something like that, I'd call for my dad to come get the spider. Now I'm the person at work when there's a spider at work. Everybody calls me to come get it because I transfer it to a plant outside. Like, because we have trees and plants outside in the city, and there's some, like, right outside our door. So I'll scoop it up and I'll transfer it to a bush or a tree outside. That's me. I don't kill them either. Like, sometimes I will, like ants. I don't like ants. I will kill an ant. I don't know what it is, but an ant, you're out. I know I don't do ants. Spiders, I usually let them be if they let me be, and yeah, prefer they stay outside, but that's how that is. Okay. Oh, wolf spiders. Yeah, yeah, those are nasty. Those are not good. I was even when I was in Arizona one time and saw a tarantula, and I was staying at someone's place up in one of the mountains somewhere. Anyway, and there was a gravel road going up to the cabin, and there was a tarantula in the middle of the road. If he stayed there, he would have gotten squished. So I'm like, oh no, we can't have you squished because I think they're really cool. And so I picked him up with, I found big chunks of bark or rock or something, and I just picked him up and I transferred him over to a spot where he wouldn't get squished. And they were like, what are you doing? We're like miles from a hospital, right? If that bites you, you're toast. I'm like, well, on Animal Kingdom, they crawl on them all the time. They're like, yeah, no, that's not how this works. You don't. And I'm like, well, I don't want him squished. So I just moved him over so he wouldn't get squished. They're like, oh my God, you're crazy. ah, okay. Becca, great question. I've been pondering that. I'm not sure if we're going to have a different White House at some point because I almost feel like the ancestors are so bothered by him being there that they may not allow a rebuild or want to rebuild or I mean it was built on the backs and the blood of slaves too, and it's releasing all of that too. I mean, we're going back to the core, to the beginning of our history, which, yeah, in words it says all men are created equal, but it meant all white, male, cisgendered, wealthy, landowning men. That's what it meant. None of the rest of us, not women, not anyone of color, not, that's what it meant. And that's what they're trying to get back to right now. But to break open all of that energy and to something that wants to go back to that, I just can't see that is well received. But I'll ask my dowsing rods, and I'm gonna do a 3-card pull on that from uh, the Gilded Tarot deck that I usually use here. So if we do White House, what's going to happen with the White House construction? They're not happy. Lincoln, in particular, is not happy with what is happening and what is going on. And if he has anything to say about it, things are conveniently not going to go right on getting his F-45's big old arch that's supposed to lead from the Lincoln Memorial to the Washington Memorial or something like that. Like things are not going to go right. I don't think that's going to happen. Um, but rebuilding the White House, hmm. Mm. Mm. Oh my. So remember when the ex-wife fell down the stairs and died and was cremated quickly without an autopsy, and then even though she was cremated was buried, but what, like 8 pallbearers could barely carry the coffin of cremated remains, and then she was buried without a headstone or anything, just in an unmarked grave on the golf course, which of course then made it a tax write-off because unofficially it's a cemetery. Remember that whole thing? So likely there are probably somebody's files in that coffin. along with other secrets and things, evidence, blackmail, whatever in there, allegedly for entertainment, spiritual purposes only. I feel like this has that same potential. When you're doing construction, you can bury things under concrete slabs. There's a, yeah. So the cards I pulled, illusion and delusion. He's spinning some stories as to why and how and all of that. He's got a lot of spin going on, and Ten of Pentacles. He's making money on it off of it because it's so many of the megas are donating money to this. Well, what is his pattern? His pattern is to get into contract agreements and then not pay. So if he doesn't pay, who are they going to sue? They're not going to sue him. They're going to sue the government. And then the government will end up paying, not him, even though he's saying he's paying because he's getting donors. No, he's just going to pocket the money, allegedly. Right? So there's rats in the treasure chest. And the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is all about her secrets. There's a lot going on. This is not just a simple construction because he wants a big party. There's a lot more to this. Let's see. Is he planning on burying evidence? Yep. Yep. Will it ever be found? Oh, they are not answering that. Look at that. They are not answering. Like, okay. Do I need to ask this a different way? Yes. Okay. Holy moly, that's the biggest maybe I've ever gotten. Okay. Will construction be completed? God, not really. Okay. Are we going to end up with a new White House? Yes. Okay. In the same location? Most likely. Is there talk about a different location if this needs to happen? Yes. So is this going to be a complete, like, are they going to make it in the image of the original? Yes, but more modern? Yes. So basically it's going to be completely renovated? Yes. So is business going to be conducted at a different location while that happens? No. And yes. So they're basically, okay, so F-45 is going to cause so much damage that the whole structure, it's going to make the whole structure unstable, and they're going to have to rebuild it. Yes. Okay. Oh my God, yeah, because that's going to be open. What if they have a big, like, nor'easter or something, right? Is that going to, yeah. Like they're breaking ground now as we go into winter. Seriously. Okay. So all the plans that he has for his monuments and his arches and his, all that kind of stuff to honor him, Is any of that going to be completed? No ish. God, you guys are really indecisive tonight. There's something to this. There's something going on. Is it going to get started? Not really. So the plan is just never really going to get going. Is that correct? Yeah, mostly. Although it started already. Yes. Okay. Um, is the ballroom going to be completed? No, not with his intentions, but because the whole thing needs to be renovated, essentially it's just all going to be redone. Yes. Okay. Whatever you get from all of that. It's a good point, Terry. Let's see. Is the White House going to end up as a museum eventually? Yes. Yep, spot on, Terry. So what's going to happen on where they conduct business? Are they still going to conduct business there once it gets to that point? No. So they will have another location. Yes. Will it be in Washington, D.C.? Yes. Is it going to be a while before that happens? Yes, ish. I guess we define a while. Before 2032? Oh, really? Could be before 2032? By the next president? By 20, what are we at? We're 20, what, 2028? By 2028, are they going to have to start like they're just going to want to cleanse the hell out of that place and start with a new plan, right? Yeah. Okay. Are they going to start looking for a new location then? Yes. Is it I don't feel like it's going to be that far off though. Because where it's located, I mean, Washington D.C. was all donated land. It's swampland, and all the surrounding states donated landfill to literally fill the land. It's built on landfill, which is incredibly ironic and comical, and that's what it is. So, like, where so the original White House is going to be a museum, yes, and they're going to have to build a new one somewhere else. So they'll rebuild it to look like the original. Yes. And then they'll build a new one and they'll renovate that. That's going to be all the new state of the art stuff, correct? Okay, yes. But it's not going to be too far away, is it? No. No. So it'll still be in the vicinity. Yes. Weird. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see how that plays out. Interesting. How will Omega see the destruction of the White House and the obvious lies he told about the White House not being damaged? Um, we'll see. My kid wants to know if she can have a 3 card. Yeah, can do that. Cat Mom, you went to Atlantis and didn't see the sharks. Did you do the little slidey thing with the inner tube? That's where they were. It went through that. The like the Aztec pyramid thing. That's where it was. Um, embrace the shark. That was needed. Good. I need a tarot card organizer. Well, I have them stacked here on my shelf. I need my healing room back that my son is currently occupying. That's what I need. He moved back home and he's in my healing room. Oh well, here we are. So, what was I doing again? Oh, how Megan see the destruction of the White House. Is Megan going to be upset with the destruction of the White House? Yes. You know, I just don't understand them. Why would they get upset about that, but not upset about him being a convicted criminal and abuser? And I mean, but they're upset about that, but not any of the rest of it that actually affects human beings. I just don't understand their mindset. It boggles my mind. But whatever works, man. If that's what gets you off the log to, start looking at stuff, cool. I mean, whatever works to engage the brain. Um, is that going to turn some of them against him? Yes. Okay. Um, okay. Vi, your kid wants to know if she can have a 3 card. Yeah, 3 card. Um, yep. I'll do with my with oops, don't put it in backwards. Okay. I'll use Gilded Tarot for your child who wants a 3 card pull. Okay. Here we go. Interesting. Oh, lots of new beginnings. Ace of Cups. So the Ace is new beginning, and Cups are emotion. So boundless opportunities to have all your emotional dreams fulfilled. Um, Water is also emotion and kind of a feminine energy as well. But notice how it goes through all the phases, all the moon phases. So and the all knowing, all seeing eye, and then fish are a connection to spirit as well. So try to connect with spirit and connect with earth to help bring about your emotional fulfillment, new beginnings, and new emotional journeys coming ahead. And then temperance. So balancing your temperament, trying to remain even keel with things going on in your life, not going too extreme from one extreme to the other. Try to use more your logical mind instead of your emotional mind, to step out of emotional situations and think about what your actions and reactions are going to be, and keep even keel temperament. But also new beginnings here as well. You have Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles are everything that is earth energy. So new beginnings and opportunities could be uh, legal, could be educational, could be medical, could be political, could be anything that we use to function on this earth, right? All your earth energy. There's a new beginning ahead for you on that. So you're going to have emotional opportunities and earthly opportunities. Just remember that as all of this new beginning moves you forward in life, to keep a balanced temperament. So that is for your daughter. Bye. Or child, you said. Okay. Let's see. Terry, you see a lot of hammerhead sharks. That's cool. I've never seen a hammerhead shark. That would be neat. What a weird. Can you imagine being a hammerhead shark with your eyes like clear out here? Like that would be the oddest. I wonder what their perspective is and what they see. I would love. That would be so fascinating to me to actually see what they see. um, Quiltessa, tossed myself out. Ooh, Terry, you quilt. I've always wanted to learn how to quilt, but I don't think I have um the time to do it, honestly. Quiltessa, you're wondering what my spirit animal is. I have a few. Hawk is one. Um, I I see them a lot. Um, a wolf is my protector, like a black wolf is my protector. That showed up in a vision when I was getting a healing one time. It was really interesting. It was um, very powerful. Big black wolf, yellow eyes, and it was there to protect me from things going on in my life. So that was really fascinating. I'm also connected to owls, and deer often show up for me in different like energetic sense. And but here on this earth, I'm very connected to horses and dogs and cats, but mostly horses and dogs. But I love birds, hummingbirds too. So yeah, I and butterflies. I'll just keep listing all the flora and fauna. Butterflies have always been a thing for me too, and I've noticed them during as I'm going through things. Sometimes more butterflies will show up, and ladybugs are another one. So yeah, you don't get a simple answer from me, unfortunately. But I would say like hawk for some reason has always been the big main one that I see and notice. Um, yeah, let's see. Will he get a chance to bury his secrets? He's already buried a lot. Um, he's his secrets are scattered around the world. Um, will they make it bigger? They're going to make it more functional to today's standards. Um, today's technology, etc. We're bigger people than we were then. Like literally, we're bigger people than we were then. I'm a runt now, but I'd probably be average or a giant then. Or Miller and Company just giving F-45 stuff to do like building projects. Yeah, he's a figurehead and there to do his bidding. The only thing, he is strictly in that position to make money for himself. He's a figurehead for Miller and all the others to get what they want done, and he just pushes it through. But really, he's just conducting business and taking advantage of his position and abusing his power so that he can make more money. So that's where he spends his time and his focus is making money and making international deals using our money for him to pay for things. And it's the first time in his life that he's actually been authentically wealthy, but thanks to us. And then, Miller et al. Are just using him to push their agenda through. But his time and energy is spent making money. Maureen, hi! From Erie, Pennsylvania. There's already like a museum with the tours. Yeah, well, that's a moneymaker. Well, yeah, Terry, and then I asked if they'd already been talking about a location, and they said yes. So yeah, looks like they have. Oh, Cat Mom at the Lazy River thing. So I have a story about that at Atlantis. So again, I was there with a group of people and a friend of mine. We we went down in the middle of the night and we're playing in the pool. We weren't supposed to be in the pool. We were playing in the pool. I had a little it floats. It was like a little starfish thing, and you could toss it back and forth, and it would float in the water. So we were playing in the pool. We weren't supposed to be, but we were. And then we decided to, because the water wasn't running, it was just still water. We crawled on our hands and knees around the entire lazy river thing. All the way around. I don't know why we did this. It was like 2 in the morning. Who knows? Probably too many adult beverages would be my guess. But it was fun. Had a great time. Oh, I know the White House is so sad. Bubblegum pop. See you later. Um, yeah, food stamps will be cut November 1st if the government doesn't reopen. 43 million will be cut off, which will hit red states the hardest, but it will hurt everybody. Yep. If they don't get it together by then, I think they will. Originally, I said 3 to 4 weeks, thinking like, around the end of the month. Hopefully that energy holds. I think last night I asked again, and they're still saying that's accurate. But if they don't get it together, then yeah, I think even the Republicans know that that's not going to go over well. And so I have a feeling they'll, just in the nick of time, they'll get it going again, kind of thing. Um, Maureen, my stomach has been hurting off and on for a week. I'm wondering if it's because of all the changes in energy. Um, could be just your anxiety. Um, is Maureen's stomach hurting from just her anxiety? A little bit, and all the changes and the energy and everything going on. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, all the changes in energy and the anxiety with all of it. Sounds like it. I was thinking about that today too, Terry, that it's like, okay, it still may be delayed because it's like, okay, well, government's going again. Well, it's like pumping water from a hand pump, right? It's like, okay, well, you got to pump and get the water going again, right? And it takes a minute to do it. So I was thinking that exact same thing today. It's like, even if they get the government going again by the end of the month, there's still probably delays. So let me ask about that. Um, are there, well, first of all, is the energy still on track for the shutdown to end by the end of the month? Yes. Is it likely that SNAP will be delayed still? Yeah. So it's still going to be delayed. God, can you imagine? I have been in that situation, and that's not good. If you qualify for food stamps, life ain't good. Just saying. Um, yeah, as it is, I'm living on beans and rice and macaroni. To be in that position and need the food stamps to get your beans and rice and macaroni is not good. I feel like that along with the White House, along with the Epstein stuff, along with Gouffre's book, and along with just everything is. I mean, we're at that everything's coming to a head moment, right? Which is, we've been saying it. It's like it needs to happen for them to wake up. They need to hurt before they wake up, right? So, are they going to have to go very long without SNAP? No, like maybe a week or two. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, looks like probably delayed, but hopefully not too long. But still, any delay is not good. Um, yeah, donate to your food banks. Been there several times also. Yeah, 43 million people are going to be raising double hockey sticks. Try a long bath or a walk in nature, a beverage of your choice, a good book. Create something, you'll feel better. Yeah, little Mikey going down. um, the Maureen. Hold on here. You've got a whole block going on. Lower chakras. Kind of a duh if your stomach hurts. I know, but um, but it's not just your solar plexus, it's also in your sacral chakra too. So try to ground your energy into the earth. And if you're able to go out and do some tree hugging or connection to earth elements, like really like touch it with your hands and try to like send your energy, let the earth heal that energy and cleanse. Keep it light, like soup and liquids, tea, um, things that aren't going to be too harsh, but also writing. For some reason, I'm getting writing. Write out your emotions, journal, even if it's not like your forte, but trying to get them out that way and connecting into tree energy specifically and earth energy and really grounding your energy. And trying to clear out. Hold on. Trying to clear a little path for you. Got something going on in your stomach. Yep. Protect your energy. Protect your energy with a screen door. Don't let the bugs in, right? Keep negative energy out, but allow good positive energy to flow. Breathing, grounding, connecting into earth energy, and asking your guides and angels to help clear that through. And I'm sending you some light and trying to clear that out is what I'm doing. Citrine, good for that. Calcite, good for that, for your solar plexus. And I just keep hearing like soup and tea and light liquids, that kind of thing. And really, they want you to connect in with nature and just ground your energy on that. But also writing, they want you to write it out. So journaling and stuff like that. Take it for what you will, but that's what I'm getting. Hopefully that'll help. Ooh, lavender chamomile. Nice. Hi, Maria. Hi, Cookie. Happy birthday, Cookie. It was your birthday the other day. You're welcome, Maureen. I tried to like clear out some of that energy. You do have some things stuck in there. I didn't do like a full healing, obviously, but tried to like do a little dusting and cleaning in there. Selenite good for connecting with angels. I feel like, yeah, copper would ground you. Yeah, so that's getting energy both directions. I feel like physically you need to like go find some trees and connect in with a tree and just like ground your energy that way. Send your energy through the tree into the earth, like, and ask it to send back clean, healed, white energy back up through you after it's cleansed what's in there, and just as long as you need to let that cycle go. It acts like a filter and a sponge to help clean out the yuck. And breathe. I keep feeling like you need to breathe, breathing exercises. And they really want you to write. I think it's getting it out of your head, right? They really want you to write and journal and get it out of your head, is what they're saying. They keep saying, get it out of your head, get it out of your head, because that's affecting a lot of this. So, yeah, there you go. And roses. If you, rose, I don't know if you like rose hip tea or rose tea or any of that, or bring roses into your house. They're saying to have rose energy around you, rose petals, that kind of thing. Maria, thank you. Appreciate you. Maureen, do you have citrine? That would be good because it's protection and also help cleanse. So, little bits of citrine, and calcite too, placed on your solar plexus. Good for cleansing that energy also. So, yeah, do you rose yeah, rose tea. I don't like floral teas, but I know people do. But since you do lavender, if you're open to that, you probably are okay with roses. Um, they want rose has good love energy, like self love energy. So and maybe like if you, I don't know if you have a really amazing bathtub, but if you do rose petals on it, maybe with some rose oil. Bring roses into your house, like as many roses. They're really emphasizing bring in the roses. There's even rose incense. You can do that too. But some self love. They're saying that's where that's coming in. So grounding, writing to get it out of your head, connecting with nature, light like soups and liquids and teas, and roses. So and citrine. So they keep saying citrine. So citrine calcite would be good. Okay. Anyway, all right, guys, it's been an hour and a half. Thank you so much. I'm going to call it, but thank you so much for joining. And Thursday is going to be a big day online here. 4 p.m. Pacific, which is 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm doing a collaboration with Celtic Tarot Sheila. We're going to be live on my channel, so please bring your questions for us there. And 6 p.m. going live with Golden Girls Coffee Clatch on Marina from Heart Centered Tarot on her channel. So 2 lives back to back on Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern is for Golden Girls. So anyway, hope you guys can join, and looking forward to seeing you all there. Thank you so much for joining in. I love doing lives with you guys. You're all fun. Thank you. Take care of yourselves. Remember to love yourself at least as much as you would love somebody else. Take care of your energy, and we'll see you guys later. And email me if you'd like a reading or healing. You want to coordinate that. We're still in October, and in celebration of memberships, which please check out if you haven't already. But in celebration of achieving membership status, I am offering half price readings for the rest of October. There are a couple spots ish left. So email me if you're interested in that. Thank you, and we'll see y'all later. Bye. Peace out.